Hey, welcome to the Feeding Your Fam kitchen. In this video, I'm going to share with you a really simple and of course delicious recipe for a steak marinade. For this marinade recipe, all you will need is a 1/4 cup of soy sauce, a 1/4 cup of fresh lime juice, 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, 2 tablespoons of canola oil or vegetable oil, 3 tablespoons of minced garlic, 1 tablespoon of freshly grated ginger, 1 tablespoon of maple syrup just for a little sweetness, and a 1/4 cup of freshly chopped cilantro. All right, let's get this marinade put together. Now I'm just gonna mix this marinade right into a zip top plastic bag. This is really easy, it makes it convenient, and it fits in your fridge perfectly. If you don't have these, you can also use just an airtight plastic container. Just mix all the ingredients, pop your meat in there, and then let it marinate in the refrigerator. Okay, we're just gonna throw all the ingredients right into this bag. So I've got my soy sauce, some canola oil, apple cider vinegar, maple syrup, 3 tablespoons of minced garlic. Now I know that may seem like a lot of garlic, but it adds so much flavor. You are definitely gonna be tasting that garlic, and that is what you want. And then freshly minced ginger. Oh, come on out of there, buddy. Freshly chopped cilantro. And then lastly, a 1/4 cup of lime juice, which is roughly 2 limes. I'm just gonna juice those right into this bag. I love using this trick of using the tongs to squeeze the lime. It fits perfectly, and I can just get it so tightly and get all that juice right out of that lime. Okay, I've got all the ingredients added right into my zip top bag. Now I'm just gonna pinch the bottom a little bit just to mix up all of those ingredients together. And now we just add our steak right into the bag. Now I'm using a flank steak, and that's usually what I use when I'm doing a steak marinade. Flank steaks are fairly inexpensive, and they become so tender and they absorb so much flavor when they are marinated. I feel like marinating is usually the best way to go when you're going with a flank steak. If you want to use a different steak, you can go with a sirloin, you can go with a tri-tip, or even a London broil. Those would all marinate beautifully. So just get your steak right into the bag with that marinade. And then you're gonna zip up this bag. Now, before you close it all the way, make sure you get all the air out of that bag. That is gonna really help that marinade just stick right to that meat. You can marinate this for at least 2 hours, I would say, or up to 24. So if you're planning a weekend barbecue, go ahead and get this ready the day before, and it will be perfectly marinated for your barbecue. So let's get this in the fridge, and then I'll show you how we're gonna cook it. Now I'm gonna show you 2 different ways I like to cook this flank steak. The first way is in the oven under the broiler. Now I like to use a broiler pan when I'm cooking meat in my oven, but if you don't have one of these broiler pans, you can just do this on a regular baking sheet. It will work just as well. I'm gonna spray it with just a little bit of cooking spray. Okay, let's get this in the oven. I've got my rack about 6 inches underneath the broiler. And then we're just gonna set that pan right there. It's gonna be hot and it's gonna cook quick. It's been about 7 minutes, so I'm just gonna pop in the oven and flip that steak over and let it cook on the other side. It's been about 12 minutes and I think our steak is done. I'm just gonna head in here and just check the temperature. Now I like to use an instant read thermometer. That's really the best way to tell where your steak is at. So I want this to be at about 135. This is perfect for us. And now for the worst part of this recipe, we have to wait. You wanna let this steak rest for about 10 minutes. This is about the point when my family starts circling in the kitchen like a flock of vultures. They cannot wait to dig into this because it smells so good. The second method I wanna show you is on the grill. I've got my grill on high, so it's about 400 to 450 degrees Fahrenheit. That is perfect for cooking a flank steak. They are made to cook hot and fast. So let's head outside to the grill. Just like the oven, we're gonna cook this for 5 to 7 minutes on each side. So go ahead and close the lid, and we'll come back out and check on this in just a few minutes. Okay, our steak's been out here on the grill for about 13 minutes. So I'm just gonna check the temperature. Oh, that's about perfect. It's just a little guy now. Thing shrunk up. It looks good though. All right, same thing. We gotta wait for this one to rest, so let's head inside. All right, we've got our 2 steaks. One was cooked in the oven under the broiler, and the second was on the grill. Both at high heat, and they cook quick and fast. Now let's slice into these. They've both been resting for about 10 minutes. I've been swatting my family away so that we could cut into these because they cannot wait to eat this, and neither can I. Go ahead and just slice this steak just across the grain. So you can see the fibers running across the top of that steak. You just want to go in the opposite direction of that. Ooh, I can already smell the ginger and the garlic and the soy sauce. This is looking so good. I hope you enjoyed this video for simple steak marinade, and I hope you give this recipe a try. I'm sure it will become a favorite in your home like it has ours. Please like and subscribe for more family-friendly recipes and tips for helping you with feeding your fam. I'll see you next time.